Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Stoic Pilgrim. Today, we will explore a fundamental theme for anyone interested in Stoic philosophy, virtues. Stoicism, a school of thought dating back to ancient Greece, teaches that living according to virtue is essential for achieving a meaningful and fulfilling life. So, let's delve into the 10 Stoic virtues that can transform the way we live. We will discuss each one in detail, examining how we can apply them in our daily lives. 1. Wisdom. The first virtue we should consider is wisdom. Stoics believe that wisdom is the ability to discern what is truly important in life. This involves understanding the difference between what is within our control and what is not. Wisdom allows us to make informed decisions and act rationally. Living wisely means knowing ourselves and seeking self-knowledge. For the Stoics, the pursuit of wisdom was a continuous journey. Seneca reminds us, life is long if you know how to use it. This is an invitation to reflection. What truly matters to you? Often, we become lost in trivial concerns. Wisdom helps us prioritize what brings meaning and purpose to our lives. The practice of meditation and daily reflection can be an excellent way to cultivate this virtue. Set aside time each day to reflect on your actions and decisions. Ask yourself, does this bring me closer to my goals? Or am I living according to my values? These questions can help guide your life towards wisdom. Point 2. Courage. The second virtue we need to explore is courage. Courage is the virtue that allows us to face the challenges and adversities of life. Stoics believe that courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it. When we look at history, we find many examples of people who demonstrated courage in the face of adversity, such as Nelson Mandela and Malala Yousafzai. It is essential to recognize that courage can manifest in various forms. Sometimes, being courageous means standing up for what is right, even if it means going against the tide. Other times, it may mean confronting our own internal fears, such as insecurity or doubt. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, reminds us that the life of each of us is made up of moments of courage and determination. This leads us to reflect on how we can cultivate this courage in our daily lives. A good exercise is to face small adversities daily, such as speaking in public or making a difficult decision. Over time, these small victories prepare us to face larger challenges. 3. Justice. The third virtue we will discuss is justice. Justice is another fundamental virtue in Stoicism. It teaches us to treat others with fairness and respect. Stoics believe that we are all part of a larger human community and that we should act justly in our interactions. This includes being honest, keeping promises, and acting for the benefit of others. Justice is particularly relevant in a world where inequality and injustice prevail. A notable example of justice in action is Martin Luther King Jr., who fought for equal rights in the face of oppression. He showed us that justice often requires courage and sacrifice. Cicero stated, "Justice is the foundation of society." This reminder is important as it invites us to reflect on how we can be more just in our daily interactions. We can start by recognizing our biases and working to overcome them. Additionally, we should strive to help those who are in difficult situations, seeking to promote equity and justice in our communities. Point 4. Temperance. The fourth virtue we will analyze is temperance. Temperance is the virtue that teaches us to moderate our desires and emotions. In a world full of excesses, temperance helps us find a healthy balance in our lives. This does not mean suppressing our emotions, but rather learning to control them and not letting them dominate us. Stoics believe that true happiness comes from self-discipline and the ability to enjoy things in moderation. This applies not only to the consumption of material goods, but also to controlling our thoughts and reactions. For example, when we face a stressful situation, temperance teaches us to remain calm and act rationally. Epictetus said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to what happens to you." This statement is a powerful reminder that even in challenging situations, we have the power to choose our response. To cultivate temperance, start practicing gratitude daily. Recognizing what you already have can help reduce the desire for more and increase satisfaction with what you already possess. Point 5. Perseverance. The fifth virtue we should address is perseverance. Perseverance is the virtue that encourages us to keep moving forward, even in the face of difficulties. Life is not easy, and we all face challenges along the way. Stoics teach us that perseverance is essential for achieving our goals and living according to our principles. A remarkable example of perseverance is Thomas Edison, who faced numerous failures before inventing the electric light bulb. He said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset of learning from mistakes is an important characteristic of Stoic perseverance. Seneca states, "Difficulties are opportunities for growth." This reminds us that instead of seeing difficulties as barriers, we can view them as opportunities for learning. Perseverance can be cultivated through the regular practice of challenging activities, such as learning a new skill or confronting a fear. Every small step counts on the journey to becoming more resilient. Point 6. Self-control. The sixth virtue we will explore is self-control. Self-control is an essential virtue in Stoicism. It helps us resist impulses and temptations that can lead us away from the path of virtue. Self-control is fundamental to developing self-discipline and emotional resilience. By practicing self-control, we can make wiser decisions and act more in alignment with our values. Epictetus reminds us, man is disturbed not by things, but by the opinions he has about things. This statement leads us to reflect on how our emotional reactions are often based on our perceptions and judgments. To cultivate self-control, it is important to develop awareness of our emotions and reactions. Meditation and mindfulness practices can be valuable tools to help us observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, allowing us to respond more consciously. 7. Gratitude. The seventh virtue we should consider is gratitude. Gratitude is a virtue that is often overlooked but is fundamental to Stoicism. Being grateful helps us recognize and appreciate the good things in life, even in difficult times. Gratitude teaches us to focus on what we have rather than lamenting what we lack. This shift in perspective can bring inner peace and contentment. Seneca said, "True happiness is enjoying what you already have." This invites us to reflect on the small things we often take for granted. To cultivate gratitude, start a gratitude journal where you write down daily the things you are thankful for. This simple practice can have a profound impact on your outlook on life. Additionally, gratitude can also be expressed in our interactions with others. Acknowledging and appreciating the contributions and support of those around us strengthens our bonds and reminds us of our human interconnectedness.
8. Empathy. The eighth virtue we will discuss is empathy. Empathy is the ability to put oneself in another's shoes and understand their emotions and experiences. Stoics believe that empathy is essential for cultivating healthy relationships and contributing to the well-being of the community. By practicing empathy, we can connect more deeply with others and promote compassion. That a prominent example of empathy in action is the work of figures like Mother Teresa of Calcutta, who dedicated her life to helping those in need. She taught us that empathy is not just a feeling, but an action. Empathy leads us to act in benefit of others, even if it means stepping out of our comfort zones. Marcus Aurelius said, "Kindness is the most important virtue." To cultivate empathy, it is crucial to actively listen to others, trying to understand their perspectives and feelings. Practice attentive listening in your daily conversations and ask questions to deepen your understanding of others' experiences. This will not only strengthen your relationships, but also contribute to a stronger sense of community. 9. Humility. The ninth virtue we will examine is humility. Humility is a virtue that reminds us to recognize our limitations and imperfections. In Stoicism, humility is seen as essential for self-knowledge and self-acceptance. Being humble allows us to learn from others and grow as individuals. Seneca said, "True greatness lies in humility." This leads us to reflect on how we often become arrogant when we achieve success or recognition. Humility teaches us to value the contributions of others and to remain open to learning. A useful practice for cultivating humility is to seek feedback from friends, colleagues, or mentors. Ask how you can improve and be open to constructive criticism. Additionally, remembering that we are all human beings striving for growth can help us maintain a balanced perspective on ourselves and others. Point 10. Compassion. Last but not least, we have compassion. This virtue teaches us to care for others and act with kindness. Compassion is the ability to care about the suffering of others and do something about it. In Stoicism, compassion is seen as an extension of empathy and is fundamental to living in harmony with others, Epictetus stated. The greatest of all virtues is compassion. This reminds us that compassion is a powerful force for change. We can see examples of compassion in action in many humanitarian organizations working to alleviate the suffering of others. Cultivate compassion. Start with small acts of kindness in your daily life. This can include offering help to a neighbor, listening to a friend in distress, or doing volunteer work. These small gestures can make a big difference in someone's life and create a positive impact in our community. These are the 10 Stoic virtues that can guide us on our journey through life. By practicing them daily, we can cultivate a more meaningful, balanced, and happy life. Stoicism teaches us that despite the difficulties we face, we have the power to choose our attitudes and actions. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not over external events. Realize this, and you will find strength." If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content on Stoicism and self-development. Leave in the comments which virtue you would like to cultivate in your life and how you plan to do so. And take advantage of the fact that there is another video appearing on the screen that will also move you. Enjoy and see you next time.